What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. And this one we got inside the home of Australia's most dangerous prisoners, a current affair. Before we dive in and find out what this home looks like, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. And if you'd like to support the channel further, there's a Patreon link in the description. Hit the link, subscribe, get your benefits.
What's it like in Supermax prison? The entry requirements are fairly specialised.
Oh
so
my day, what is that?
But we're about to take you into the country's most secure jail as Ben Fordham gets unprecedented access to the home of our most dangerous criminals.
Hold on.
Okay, Ben, I'll get you to stand up here. Stand in the middle of the room here, facing the boss here. Turn around, face me, put your hands on your head, and I want your fingers for us.
This is my welcome to Supermax.
Is this really necessary? Standard procedure.
Locked up inside, some of Australia's most ruthless criminals.
I'm going to put some ankle cuffs on you now. You're going to have to lean up against the bench there.
We got some of the worst prisoners here, whether they're bikies, whether they're drug traffickers, murderers, pedophiles, rapists, or terrorists.
Oh my day.
No one wants to come here.
What am I hearing there? What's that noise I'm hearing there from another section?
And no one's ever escaped.
Bit of banter, yeah.
They're not happy to be here. Some of them.
They said ain't not one person ever escaped. Once you here, you're here. You're locked down. It ain't no escape. If you was bad enough to get yourself in here, say goodbye to the outside world.
Them have some very violent attitudes and some pretty extremist points of view.
This is segregation.
We've been welcomed inside for a behind-the-scenes tour. These CCTV images were recorded just last month. Every inmate who arrives or leaves is dressed in an orange jumpsuit. It makes them easier to identify during transfers. Once inside, they change into prison greens.
Facing out towards the wall here.
New inmates are placed on this conveyor belt for a full body scan.
Oh.
Before you're allowed to check in, they want to see inside you.
You got your lungs up here.
Oh wow.
Intestinal tract through here. Obviously the bones.
So if someone has swallowed something,
Yeah, it will show up.
no matter what it is.
Yeah, or if they secrete it.
Dang.
Supermax opened in the same month of the 9/11 terror attacks in 2001. It was built in Goulburn, Australia's first inland city in southern New South Wales. These days, it's home to a wide range of dangerous convicts, people deemed too risky for any other jail. There's only a few dozen prisoners inside at any one time. Current guests include Mustafa Balouch, the outlaw once described as Australia's Pablo Escobar. He was so keen to avoid facing a drug trafficking trial, he cut off the tracking bracelet around his ankle. After 2 weeks on the run, he was found in a Mercedes-Benz, hidden inside a shipping container, trying to cross the border from New South Wales to Queensland. If he plays up in here, he'll be dealt with by the immediate action team.
That's crazy, bro. Australia's own Pablo Escobar. Like, I watch movies and shows about Pablo Escobar. One of the biggest drug dealers this world I've ever seen, and one of the worst men. Like in the show, blew up a plane of like 300 people just to kill one person, and one person didn't even get on the plane. And that was one of the saddest things.
I see there's a lot of heavy kit around. What's this thing here?
This is a gas gun, which it currently is loaded.
God,
This gas
dang.
gun contains a projectile, which breaks into 3 separate pods when fired in an open area.
What impact does it have on people when that goes in?
It quells it pretty quick.
Not good.
Not good. It's hard for them to breathe. There's involuntary closing of your eyes. When that's affected the inmates, it takes the fight out of them a fair bit.
It was a fight back from brave members of the public that led to Mert Ney ending up in Supermax. In 2019, he stabbed a woman to death and injured another in broad daylight.
Oh
right
my
in the centre of
days.
Sydney. Courageous office workers armed only with a chair and a milk crate.
Wow.
Mertnay will be in here for 44 years. Locked up
Bro,
until
it should have been life, bro.
2065.
It should have been
Other
life, because that's some
high-profile
bull
inmates
crap.
include double murderer Malcolm Naden and killer Bassem Hamzy, the founding father of the Brothers for Life gang.
It's very strict. The regime here is very, very strict.
You can't afford to leave it up to the interpretation of others.
No, it is absolutely by the book, down the line, every single day.
Faith Slatcher is a formidable woman. She's got the tough job as Supermax governor.
What's it like working here?
I love my job, actually. It's interesting, it's challenging. Every single day is different, and every single day brings something new.
But when you're at a dinner party or a barbecue,
Oh, I get bailed up. I do sometimes just go, oh, community's injustice if I don't want to spend my whole night talking about my job.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you got a very interesting and challenging job. And so dinner parties, like, people want to hear about the interesting and challenging issues that you faced that day or that week, or what's the most interesting or challenging thing that you had to deal with. Who's the most dangerous person in the prison? People want to hear that.
so this is Unit 7 within Supermax, so the worst of the worst prisoners. We're talking about terrorists, mass killers,
Oh
people
my
who've taken
days.
hostages, serious pedophiles. This is where they're locked up, in cells like this.
Oh.
In this part of the jail, human contact is limited. The inmates are separated from others. For 23 hours a day, they're locked in these tiny cells. They've got free-to-air TV, access to newspapers, ready-made meals. And if they're well behaved, they get 1 hour a day in an exercise yard, but they're on their own.
I'd love to be able to say I love what you've done with the place, but there's not a lot of options.
Pretty sterile.
It's pretty sterile.
And according to Kevin Corcoran, the Corrective Services Commissioner, that's the whole point. Next door, right outside these bars, is the old Goulburn jail, where prisoners doing time for lesser offences are able to work, mingle and exercise. The Supermax prisoners can only dream about those kinds of freedoms.
I saw someone exercising.
That's legit wild, bro. But it's like, I hate to pass judgment and say they deserve it, but they deserve worse. You feel me? Like, it's not fair. That mass murderer, terrorist, you took lives, bro. You took people's lives, and that's not fair. And so, I have no sympathy, empathy, or anything. Like, deserve to be in that cell 23 hours a day. You shouldn't even get the TV. But that's not me. But yeah, that's BS. The pedophiles, rapists, everything. Like, you guys deserve it, and you deserve worse if we're being honest. But that's what you got.
Actually, jumping up on there, jumping back down, doing a push-up, and leaping up here again.
So no equipment or anything like that?
That's right. It's jail fit, really.
Commissioner Corcoran decides who gets visitors and who doesn't. If it's a lawyer coming in, the meeting happens through this glass.
It wouldn't be monitored with a legal visit. I mean, that's privileged. But we would make sure that, in general, they'd be speaking English.
The English-only rule also applies for family visits. Yes, children can come into Supermax to see their dads. Those catch-ups happen inside this room. But at all times, someone's listening and watching.
Is this a way of gathering intelligence?
Well, no, it's just making sure that we're in control of every conversation that happens with an external party.
This is Bilal Scaff, one of the country's most notorious gang rapists, being visited by his mum in one of the family rooms. Scaff has since been moved to a general population prison.
Wow.
Good behaviour can earn you that opportunity. And if you've got any doubts about Supermax being home to the worst of the worst, Australia's worst serial killer used to call this place home. Backpacker murderer Ivan Milat was here for 18 years.
This is anti-drone
netting, so they
netting
can't
up
drop
there.
stuff over the wall. You see the razor wire up above there, stop them climbing the walls?
From the moment inmates arrive in jail, some are hatching a plan. How can I get out of this joint?
It ain't no getting out
Over
of
the
there.
years in New South Wales, all sorts of methods have been used to pull off a great escape. In one famous case in 1999, a gun-toting Russian-Australian woman, Lucy Dudko, hijacked a helicopter, landed it in the prison yard at Silverwater Jail, and flew her bank robber boyfriend, John Killick, to freedom.
Oh my
Right
days.
here, according to the New South Wales...
That is insane. She hijacked a helicopter to go get her boy. That's crazy work.
Jail's Jeff Lee.
There is no way in, no way out. Once you're here, you're locked in here.
The only time you get to leave is when you're appearing in court.
Right. Left leg up first, we'll help you up.
And most of the time,
Put your head.
you'll be coming right back to Supermax.
Thanks, boys.
God dang, yeah. I mean, they home ain't nothing nice, as it shouldn't be. Shouldn't be anything nice. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about that video. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the next one. I'll see y'all next time.